Radio.
Beautiful morning to you this morning. This is Carnival Breakfast Show newspaper review segment, and I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. So this morning we bring you newspaper headlines as usual from the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, and the Daily Post newspaper. We have headlines such as businesses brace for inflation surge as petrol hits 1,300 naira per litre. Also, we have let's rebuild PDP. This is coming from Wike's council. And also, federal government to drop helicopter landing fees for oil company. Now we go into the details of each of these story. Now from the Punch newspaper, like we said, we have the headline business braces for inflation surge as petrol hits 1,300 naira per litre. As petrol prices jump to about 1,300 per litre in various parts of the country. Today, Monday, businesses across the country are beginning to prepare for a sharp rise in their operational cost. This was confirmed by economists and the organized private sector, who warned that the hike could fuel inflationary pressures affecting goods and services, while companies scramble to adjust budgets and pricing strategies to cushion the impact on consumers. As a fallout of the ongoing US-Iran war, a litre of premium motor spirit petrol rose to about 1,300 naira per litre in most filling stations nationwide on Monday, after the Dangote Petroleum Refinery hiked its gas price from the 995 naira to about 1,175 naira per litre, sparking fears of fresh rise in inflation among members of the organized private sector. This news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. Businesses brace for inflation surge as petrol hits 1,300 per litre. In the political sphere of our country, Nigeria, yesterday's verdict of the Court of Appeal in Abuja has offered an opportunity to rebuild the opposition party. Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister Nse Welcome has said, welcoming the judgments that avoided the November 15 Welcoming the judgment that voided the November 15 and November 16, 2025 People's Democratic Party convention in Ibadan, Oyo State. The minister described the verdict as a victory for the rule of law and urged party members to abandon egos, halt litigation, and embrace reconciliation. He warned that pursuing the matter to the Supreme Court could further harm the party, especially with political party primaries scheduled for April and May. Wike said that by the time they go to the Supreme Court, they may merely be causing harm to the party which they say they love. He also said that it is time that we say we have fought. Let us drop our personal interests and make PDP become the number one opposition party. Wike urged aggrieved members to see the judgment as an opportunity to reconcile and chart a new path for the party. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. Let's rebuild PDP, Wike cancels. Okay, away from the political sphere into aviation. The federal government has ordered a temporary suspension of the enforcement and collection of helicopter landing fees imposed on oil and gas operators after concerns were being raised by stakeholders in the petroleum industry. The directive was issued yesterday Monday by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, during a meeting with the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Henneken Lagbobiri, and representative of major oil industry groups and headquarters of the Aviation Ministry in Abuja. A statement signed by Tunde Moshood, a special advisor on media and communication, said the meeting brought together officials from both aviation and petroleum sectors to discuss the implementation of the helicopter landing fees prescribed by the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency (NAMA) for helicopter operation and carried out by international oil companies operating in Nigeria. This news was sourced from the Vanguard newspaper. Federal government suspends helicopter landing fee for oil companies. And this is where we'll call it a wrap for this morning newspaper review segment of Carnival Breakfast Show. Thank you very much for staying tuned and for listening to Carnival Radio newspaper review segment. Do not forget that you can always stay informed by checking out our app on the iOS and Google Play Store, and also at our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. It's been Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko with Carnival Breakfast Show. Do not forget to have the most beautiful day you could ever have today.